you feel like you lost the constant struggle against the endless scroll. Who didn't? For me, it often feels like I'm tied to my phone and I want to take back control. This is our attention, and our attention is so valuable. In the previous video, I talked about the concepts of digital minimalism. In this video, I'll share how I apply this in my life and what I want to apply going forward. If you haven't seen the first video, you can watch it here. First of all, a tiny hack, but especially on my phone, I think it just works, turning my phone black and white. This just makes YouTube so much less interesting. I still have YouTube on my phone. And not having these colors, it's a lot more boring. It doesn't work it doesn't work in all infinity, but it's a good starting point. Have you methods that help you to be more intentional? And are you struggling with this too? Let me know in the comments. I think it's just sometimes good to hear that you're not alone and that most of us use this stuff more often than we actually want to. The next thing is might be a bit radical for a lot of people, but I don't have WhatsApp. I have different chat apps where just not so many people are on, so I'm not bombarded with that many messages. Yes, this means that I miss out on things. If I would have had WhatsApp, there would be so many groups and so many people messaging me that I just don't want that. I don't want that. That's too much for me. So I pick more niche chat apps, and I have this person on this chat app, this person on this chat app, this group of people there, and I'm not a huge chatter anyway, so this works perfectly well for me. Another thing is I use the extension unhook, where you can say block the comments, block the recommendation things, and so this makes my YouTube experience a bit better, because when I'm using it on my laptop, then I don't see all the recommended stuff. Which means that I have to deliberately search for a video. I also realized that now that I have YouTube unmanaged on my computer, I also realize how annoying it is, because you can't even finish watching one video because you're already scanning the right column. Oh, this would be interesting. And suddenly I have 50 videos I want to watch, and I only watch 1 or 2 minutes of each because I'm already onto the next thing and the next thing. And oh, this title and thumbnail are so interesting. And it just leaves me in a really frizzled feeling. And I don't like this feeling of having to complete 50 videos. Gay Bald has a really nice rule that I want to implement, and this is the 2-to-1 rule. The main principle is that you create twice as much as you consume. This is something I want to incorporate, because creating is just much more fun. Consuming is also nice, and I think like with food, not consuming is not the solution, but you'll try to get good meals and not junk food. And I think it's the same with the consuming part of media. I really try to be intentional with what I'm consuming and the channels I subscribe to and the videos I watch. And this is also why I hate shorts so much, because after a while there's just this random stuff coming up. A next very helpful tip is just turning it off. So last Friday I just turned off all my devices for as long as I could be able to. Just making a digital detox day. 10 out of 10 can recommend. Because suddenly you get bored. When you get bored, you get the urge to create. Last week's video was created out of boredom, and then I suddenly felt like creating. The next thing is also basic advice, but don't have your phone next to your bed. I try to remember to put it in the cupboard, so having this little sleeping place for my phone. This worked great at the beginning, then I forgot to do it. Now I'm trying to remember it again, but just having my phone anywhere but not the bed is just helpful, because then I don't scroll first time in the morning. Another way that I'm reducing my screen time is by having parental controls turned on for me. And I tried doing a really, really annoying password that I have to type in before I can do anything. This worked really well in the beginning, But now I have this annoying password in my muscle memory, so maybe I should change the password. Maybe I should make the password even more annoying. Just having like this little barrier helps in using it a little bit less. What do you think? Will any of these help you? Is there something new you haven't tried before? These are not quick fixes. I think like behavior change takes time and we'll have to readapt over and over again. But I think it's a fight worth fighting. And our attention is so valuable, not only to advertising companies, but especially to ourselves. Because attention is required for intentional living. And I want to live a life where I feel like I'm living. I think digital minimalism is a great way that can help you rethink your relationship with technology. What do you think? What do you want to try next? I hope this is the last video that you watch today. Turn off your phone, turn off your computer, and just spend like 5 minutes sitting in silence with no distraction. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. In the previous video, I talked about the concepts of digital minimalism. In the previous video, I talked about the concept of digital minimalism.